nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back.
So, this is where we left off in the book so far. I was in the chapter field trip. Now just to read from this chapter, The Ghost Soldiers, all the way to the end, which is only a few, like 30 so pages, and yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I don't need to take notes on it or anything, but I'm definitely going to make a little mental note on some of the important things to remember, and yeah, I'll be right back. Just reading the book, and it ended off on an interesting note. Definitely left me thinking a bit about what was happening over the course of the story, and it's about the Vietnam War and soldiers and how they've changed over the war and what has happened to them and everything you could probably figure from a war story, quote unquote, which that's a whole other thing. But yeah, and I also think it's important to take note that I changed my binder setup, so let me just reconfigure and show you some slight changes I've made. So I got a bigger binder. This is a 3-inch Staples binder. It might look a bit intimidating, but your girl needs to carry a lot of stuff with her. So let me just show you what else is in my binder. I kept the same insert, obviously. It's gorgeous. And let me show you what's going on the inside. One binder pocket I can't really show you because there's school notices, but I keep like the general non-specified for subjects stuff in the front, like notices coming from my school or papers or like report cards and stuff. And then this little thing, it's one of those little poly pockets you're supposed to put in your binder. They have little dividers and stuff, and I have some extra loose leaf paper and graph paper. I keep like a pen and a pencil in here just for easy access if I can't get to my pencil case in time. I'm keeping the book I'm reading for school in here and my planner, just so I don't have to like keep on rummaging through my backpack. I have everything in one centralized place. My dividers are still here. Nothing has changed with my dividers except I've taken out the homework sections for global, Spanish, and English, so now they're just one tab each. And yeah, I got this little poly envelope with like this different closure from Amazon, and I double-side taped it to one of my chem dividers to hold all my flashcards that I'm currently reading from, so I don't have to keep on going back to my green box. But the green box, I still use it to hold extra cards to make more, but the ones that are written on are kept in my binder. So all my study guides and review papers are all in one central place, so it's easier to carry. School's very handout happy, so I don't really have any assignments that are done on loose leaf paper that often. It's usually just to finish worksheets we were given in class or finish the packet from class, something to that extent. But when I do have an assignment that needs to be done on loose leaf, or for especially Global, who likes us to write it out on paragraphs on loose leaf paper or to type it up, I will just put the assignments in the folder pocket and then I'll put it in the back. For example, here's my Global section. I'll put the homework assignment I just did in the front. The assignment back, I'll just put it in the back divider unless it has like notes on it or something. So I just finished the book, and now it's time for me to do my chem lab. So here's my chem lab. I just had to do some conversions and balance out some chemical equation error, and I'm going to go over it with my friend to make sure it's all accurate. So my lab is done, and now I just need to study for my quiz, which I'll do in a little bit. Now I'm going to go on to my Global and do the letter first because that's mandatory, and then watch the movie if I can. This might just be me, but I like to play videos in the background while I'm doing work that kind of involves like study with me's and just organizing for school just to keep me motivated. My letter is done, and I'm going to go on to study for Spanish. What I like to do is make review sheets for Spanish, and I take some loose leaf paper. This is reinforced college rules because reinforced paper saves me so much. I am a big fan of color, so I love using my Muji gel pens. These are the colorful ones in the 0.5 tip. And I just love making my notes look fun, so I'm motivated to look at them and not get bored. There's no specific color coding system I use. I just make it look nice. What I do is put a title on the paper and I write Spanish review sheet. Wow, so interesting, so unpredictable, but that's what I do first. And I don't do any fancy fonts or anything, but that's because there's just so much going on that there's no need to have a fancy font. I just write it in my normal handwriting. Judge me if you want, but it works for me. I also put in the corner of the paper towards the right hand side what the review sheet is pertaining to, because I like to carry my review guides and study sheets throughout the whole year and just take out all my old notes, because my review sheets are the condensed version, so they're lighter in my binder, make it less stuff with paper. And just in case I need to make any references to past lessons, this really helps me out, and I can just easily flip to the right review guide. And on this test, I'm studying for, I need to know different verbs, which are AR, ER, IR verbs, and how to conjugate them, family vocabulary, and the verb tener, which is slightly different conjugations than the ER, regular ER verbs. On a totally unrelated note, I got mild liners, guys. I feel so professional, like a true study blur person would do. I have the neon pack with me, or the bright pack, whatever you want to call it. I have that here with me right now, and I bring this to school with me just to highlight stuff in my packets. This is the typical highlighting colors, so that's why I use these the most often. I have the hair tie wrapped around them so I don't lose any of them in my pencil case, or lose them just randomly around the school, because that would be very bad. And I also have the warm pack and the cool pack in here as well. It came in the bag it came in. And there's also a 4th pack of mild liners, which I ordered separately because they didn't come all together. And that should be coming in January in a few weeks. So I'll have all 20 mild liners, and I'm so stoked about them. They're so great. When it comes to conjugating verbs, I like to make this little T-chart and put the singular conjugation on one side and the plural ones on the other side. And I'll just put in the correct conjugations for that kind of verb or that specific verb. Just finished the Spanish review sheet right after I ate lunch. So here's the other 2 verb charts I made. And I add some vocab to the back. And it's all rainbow, so it's really pretty. And that's my Spanish review sheet. I will go on to do practice sentences and make paragraphs with the words and the different verbs. But that's a little bit later, towards the end of the week when I get closer to my test. Even though my test is until after the break, I want to get all my work done now so I can enjoy my break, and when I get back to school, I won't be stressed. I just finished studying for my Spanish test. Now I'm going to go back to studying for chemistry, and then I'll watch the movie a little later on this week, and then continue to work on the studying for my exams. I finished my review sheet for Spanish. I took a long break because I just needed one for myself. I went on my phone, watched some YouTube videos, talked to my friend a bit. We did go over our chem lab, which was good, because we both made some calculation errors that we had to fix, so that was good. And now I'm just starting to look over my worksheets for my stoichiometry quiz in chemistry, and honestly, I don't even know where to begin about stoichiometry, but I have to know how to do stoichiometry from mole to mole. I need to know how to do it from mass to mole to mass. And mass to mass, and that's a struggle. And yeah, let's just get on into this thing. I'm going to go in with my mild liners and highlight the different questions and pieces of information for each problem, so when I go back to redo them for practice, I can easily identify what I'm looking at, my known information, and what I have to figure out. So on December 26th, I didn't really do anything too extensive for school. I just quickly went over my global homework with my friend and discussed the movie we're supposed to watch for extra credit, along with briefly going over some Spanish terminologies we needed to know for the test, and helping my other friend fix up her chem lab and just go over and get ready for our chem quiz. But I really didn't do any extensive studying, and just kind of exercised, hang up some more Sean posters in my room that I got for Christmas, and just relaxed from a very tiring holiday. Celebrated really happily with my family. Hey everyone, so I know I forgot to update you yesterday, but I just watched the movie for global history yesterday, and now I'm studying for chemistry by reading through my textbook and making a flashcard with definitions. So I just wrote some sentences using the conjugations for my Spanish verbs, and now I'm going to go write a paragraph, and then I'll take a break, come back, and then do chem. I also watched the global history movie and talked about it with my friend, and we did some brief studying for Spanish and chemistry. chemistry problems, I like to use this erasable blue gel pen. This little charm is the eraser, and it's in a really cute packaging. First of all, Happy New Year! We're officially in 2018, and here are some chemistry problems I did. And now I will show you my highlighted chemistry note. I have one sheet that was highlighted in the pastel pack, another one highlighted in the cool pack, another one highlighted in the warm pack, and literally yesterday I just received in the mail the new pack of my liners that I was missing. This was definitely the hardest one to track down because no one's really selling it because it's new to the market, or at least more new than the other 3 packs. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this study with me, and here's to 2018. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye!